Cancellation of a Formula One race is an unfortunate occurrence that nobody desires, but sometimes it becomes necessary. The COVID-19 pandemic led to the cancellation of China's Grand Prix early in the season due to its ongoing impact on the country. Similarly, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix scheduled for this weekend had to be called off due to severe flooding in the region. Unfortunately, the upcoming Monaco Grand Prix also faces the risk of cancellation. In this video, we will delve into the reasons why the Monaco Grand Prix might be cancelled and team upgrades that could be seen this weekend, so stay tuned. With the cancellation of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, many of you must be eagerly anticipating the upcoming race in Monaco. Known for its tight and twisty circuit that offers limited overtaking opportunities, the winner of the race could potentially be determined during the qualifying session itself. The Monaco GP is undoubtedly a race that captivates the hearts of motorsport enthusiasts worldwide. However, there's a significant hurdle to overcome. Currently, all the teams have their equipment stationed at the Imola track, which is currently submerged due to extensive flooding. Additionally, the surrounding roads and a considerable portion of the local area have also been affected by the rising waters. Currently, the main paddock area remains unaffected by the flooding, as it is situated above the waterline. However, the F2 and F3 paddock areas are currently submerged under a few feet of water. Unfortunately, this is just the beginning of the challenges faced in the region. Tragically, heavy rainfall in Italy's northern Emilia-Romagna region has resulted in the loss of 9 lives, with several people reported missing. The severity of the situation has led to the evacuation of approximately 10,000 individuals, some of whom had to be rescued from their rooftops by helicopter. The authorities have reported that 14 rivers have overflowed, causing flooding in 23 towns. The mayor of Ravenna, located directly east of Imola, has described the city as unrecognizable. Imola finds itself right in the center of this crisis, with thousands of people seeking shelter in schools, gyms, and airports throughout the region. The road to recovery and returning to normalcy will be a lengthy process. In certain areas, the intensity of the rainfall has surpassed the recording capacity of measurement instruments. Furthermore, more rainfall is expected in the coming days. Considering these circumstances, it raises the question of whether the Monaco Grand Prix will be impacted by these ongoing challenges. It's difficult to determine the exact impact this situation will have on the race itself. Although Monaco is its own country, it relies heavily on France for its utilities. With the news of protest and riots going on in France, it could significantly impact the race weekend. The race organizers were aware of this and have emergency generators available at all Formula One events in case of power issues. These generators are well supplied with fuel. However, if there's a complete electricity outage in the city throughout the entire weekend, it will be very challenging for Formula One to hold the race. There's also a concern regarding fans and teams reaching the race. Many drivers have accommodations in Monaco, and wealthier attendees can afford hotel rooms in the city. However, most visitors and team members will be staying in Nice, a neighboring city in France along the coast. The specific plans for the blackouts are unknown, but it's likely that the train line between Monaco and Nice will be significantly affected by any industrial disruptions. If you're planning to visit Monaco for the race weekend, I wish you the best of luck and advise you to stay updated with the latest news. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Well, up until yesterday, it was assumed that Monaco GP would be cancelled as well because all the equipment and motorhomes of teams were stuck in Imola. But just recently, F1 has announced that the team members and personnel were allowed access to the Imola track to pack up the equipment and move out of the circuit and get it to Circuit de Monaco. Formula One anticipates no delays in preparing for the upcoming Monaco Grand Prix. Personnel have been granted access to the Imola circuit to begin dismantling motorhomes and equipment. Now, with the question of another race cancellation out of the way, let's talk about a few teams and what they plan for the Monaco GP. Let's begin with the Mercedes team. Usually, Imola is the main race for all teams and engineers, as it is the place where major upgrades are brought in for testing and to set course for their development plan for the next half of the season. With the race being cancelled, many people and F1 pundits were curious as to whether teams would bring upgrades to the Monaco race. Circuit de Monaco being one of the tightest circuits and a hard track to drive on, everyone assumed that upgrades will be delayed until the Spanish GP. But Toto Wolff and his team have other plans in mind. Mercedes had intended to reveal a much-anticipated set of car modifications during the weekend, driven by their dissatisfaction with the W14's initial performance. The team firmly believes that these upgrades, which encompass new side pods, a revised floor, and an altered front suspension will significantly enhance their performance. Therefore, there is no justification to postpone the introduction of these changes, as they are expected to bring tangible improvements. According to F1 pundit Mark Hughes, Mercedes seems to be grappling with their 2023 contender, the W14, as they appear to be somewhat lost. During the Miami Grand Prix, both Lewis Hamilton and George Russell faced challenges in qualifying but showcased better performance during the race. Just last weekend, engineering director Andrew Shovlin commented, "We took some decisions on how we develop the car, how the car works aerodynamically, how we shape the characteristics of the car, how it is in terms of handling. What we are going to be bringing to track in Imola is the first step of that work. This takes quite a long time to develop in the wind tunnel. You can't just do these things overnight." Hopefully this upgrade package will get Mercedes back into the title battle with Red Bull and Aston Martin. We just have to wait and watch. Now moving ahead, let's discuss Ferrari and its upgrade package. With its factory located just a couple of hours away from the Imola track, the Italian team has revealed that they will be bringing new upgrades which were initially intended for this weekend at Imola will be brought to Monaco race. Although Ferrari is the team that is clowned upon for last year's blunders and insane strategy calls, they won everyone's heart recently as they lend a helping hand to those affected by the flooding. Ferrari donated £870,000 to the Emilia-Romagna region's fundraising effort to aid the victims of this flooding and help the emergency services and personnel. In times of difficulty, Ferrari has always stood by its community, said Ferrari CEO Benedetto Vigna. "We wanted to provide a concrete and immediate response to the most urgent needs of the Emilia-Romagna, which has been affected by a serious environmental disaster. With the coordination of the local authorities, to whom our heartfelt thanks go for their tireless work, this aid will bring comfort and a tangible sign of solidarity of the entire Ferrari family." Ferrari explained that their donation will be used with a particular focus on projects for environmental recovery and the management of hydrogeological instability. Apart from Ferrari, Formula One has also pledged to donate €1 million to the relief fund for Imola. Talking about the upgrades of the SF23 car, the team has been focusing on developing a fresh rear suspension, which is now scheduled to be unveiled at the Spanish Grand Prix. In Miami, Ferrari presented a redesigned floor and diffuser incorporating multiple alterations throughout the assembly. Ahead of the Monaco race, the team plans to refine those upgrades and potentially introduce new components that involve geometric modifications to certain parts. Significant adjustments were made to the leading-edge geometry of the floor, with the steeper angled outer section being replaced by a more gradual drop-off as it meets the outer fence. After analyzing the changes made to the car's floor and diffuser, it is evident that the team is focused on improving the balance of the SF23 and providing their drivers with better stability while driving at different speeds through slow, medium, or high turns. To make the most of the floor changes, Ferrari also made some small adjustments to the diffuser. They changed the shape of the central boat tail section and extended the keel towards the back, similar to a modification introduced by the team in 2022. There is a possibility that they might also make changes to the underfloor, but it's just a guess for now. We'll have to wait and see if these upgrades are implemented in the Monaco GP. So that's all for today's video. What do you think? Will the teams bring upgrades to Monaco, and is it the right decision to do so? Let us know in the comments below, and while you are down there, why not hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with F1 World. See you guys at the checkered flag.